Hey guys, it's Tim here, and today I'll be reviewing Talking Books, which is basically an application that allows you to create books, ebooks, but with a narrator who will read the book for you. So I'm going to do a full review in case you're interested. There's a link in the description of this video where you can find more information about the pricing. This time I'm forwarding this link to this doc where you can read everything about it, and I will also add buttons in this doc where you can purchase Talking Books in case you're interested. I will go over the sales funnel as well about the pricing a little later in this video, but just so you know that you can check it out yourself as well. All right, let's dive into it and let me show you how it works. So right now I'm logged into the dashboard, and to create a talking book, you simply go to the top here, you click on Talking Book, and then you can start creating a book. So you can see I created a few books in here. So when I click on Create Talking Book here, I can choose from 3 different books. I can create a talking book with a narrator. I can create a flip book, so the books will be flipped, and that will also be the case with the talking book. Or I can create a photo book, which is a book purely created from photos. In this case, let's start with a talking book, where we're going to give this a name, or what we would like to create. So it says basically enter a keyword to create your talking book. So I create one from yoga. I'm going to do that as an example as well. Yoga for beginners. Let's do this. Yoga for beginners. Generate a book title here. And now it will suggest a few books that it's going to write for me. So Yoga for beginners, a step-by-step guide to starting your practice. I think this is a good one already. So I'm going to pick this one. And then I can say, okay, what kind of writing style would I like to use? Formal, informal, descriptive, whatever you choose here. So I'm going to keep this the way it is right here. And then the writing tone, I don't like to have this serious. I just want to motivate people. So I'm going to choose motivational in here. And then how many chapters you would like to have. So I'm going to say, let's say I want to do 6 chapters here. And then you can also say words per chapter in here. And the language here, you can choose from these available languages that you're seeing right here. So these languages are currently supported to create your ebook with AI. In this case, I'm going to choose English, and I'm going to say create book. And now it's going to create the book for me and open the editor. So on the next page here, you can choose from the available templates that you can modify. So as you can see, there are many templates in here. When I click on view more, I can view more templates in here. But basically, I can use the current templates, or I can simply take one and I can modify the existing template by changing the background image, for example. So let's say we just pick this one here, choose cover, because I like the font that's being used here. So I'm going to remove this part in here. So I'm going to say, okay, I don't need to have this part. So I'm going to delete that here. And then I'm just going to retype this here. I'm going to say yoga for beginners, and I'm going to center it here. I'm going to do it like this. And I want to change this background image. So I'm going to click on change image here, and there I can choose from the library of images that are already in here. But there's no search functionality. So that doesn't really work in this case. It's just different backgrounds that you can choose from. I mean, these are nice, right? But in this case, I like to have something with yoga. So I'm going to click on Pixabay, which is a default integration. So let's type yoga in here and then just pick one of these images that we're going to use for the cover of our ebook. So I think this is a nice one. So I'm going to click this image, and now it's being added to the editor here, where I can modify everything in here. So let me make this bigger here so that it fills the page like this. And now as you can see here at the right side, when I click this icon, I can also move my images around. So I can say, okay, I want to have the yoga for beginners. I want to have this on top. And as you can see now, the title is at the top here, and I have everything ready. Now, if I like to, I can also add different shapes here. You can see all these shapes are available. If I like to have dividers, I can add that. If I want to have like these abstract things, I can add that. All of these kinds of images, I can also upload my own images here. When I go to my image, I can upload in here. I can change the background. If I want to have a plain background, I can do an overlay, etc. I can add extra text. But in this case, I just like it the way it is. So I'm going to click on Save Design and create the back cover. So this brings us to the next screen where we can do exactly the same thing. We can go to Image in here and we can do a back cover. Let me, by the way, go to Pixabay again. Let's search for yoga. And let's say we're going to choose this image for the back of our book like this. And you can add also fonts, etc. on top of your image if you like to do that. In this case, we're going to keep it this way. I'm going to click Save and Next to create our book. So on this page, you choose for the kind of index page, how you would like to have it. So there are different templates, as you can see here. So when we preview the template, this is a template. It looks like this, or maybe you want to go for a template like this here. Let me show you this one. It really depends on what you'd like to have. I like to keep it simple, so I'm going to choose the first one here. And on this screen, you can start editing your ebook. So by default, you can see it's just one big paragraph of text. So what I personally always like to do, I just like to edit this and do stuff like this here by making paragraphs inside of my ebook so it's better readable for the reader here. I can say, okay, let's do it like this. And then you can design it. So if you like to add an image, you can add an image as well. And that can be done here on the right side. So when I click on plus here, I can add these elements, like I can add sections on the page. I can add extra text, but I can also add links, YouTube videos, and images as well. So let's say I want to add an image in here. I can simply drag this image to the bottom here, and then I can add images myself. So let's say I want to use this image that I've uploaded before. Then I simply add that in here. As you can see, the image is not visible, so we need to go to the dimensions in here, and we need to make this, when we drag this icon here on the pixels, or when we click on pixels, let's say we're going to do 800 pixels. I think now I could select this. Yes. So now I'm pressing my mouse and I'm making it smaller, as you can see. And now the image also becomes smaller. So that it better fits my page, as you can see. So now we have an image on our ebook as well. And this is for this page. Now, if I like to edit all pages, simply go to the second chapter here, and I can do exactly the same. Before I do that, I want to go back to the first chapter in here, and I want to highlight that you can also add extra pages for each chapter. So in this case, we just have one chapter with one page. But if I click on the plus button in here, you can see that it comes with an empty page. So what I like to do, for example, I like to delete this part. And then what I like to do is I like to add a photo full screen, for example. So I can drag and drop a photo in here, and I can choose, let's say we want to use this one, and we close this, and we're going to do exactly the same. So we're going to do, let's say 800 pixels in here. And need to make it a little bit smaller, and let me see when it stops. Yep. So right now the whole page is being filled. So this is the first chapter, is a text and an image on the right side. So let me quickly edit all the pages and continue. So that's what I've done now here. So the first page I have like this, and then I added the second page here on the second chapter here. I've added a YouTube video here on this page. And then the next page, I added an image on top and just did some variations in here. I added an extra page here with this image full page, etc. So this is the book that I've created. So now we go to the next step here, which asks you if you want to add an avatar, a talking avatar, a talking book, so that you can read your book. So as you can see here, these are the avatars that you can choose from, and what I suggest you to do is to just upload also your own pictures if you have them. I did that here. So it says create your new character. And this is me, for example, where you can use yourself as a talking head as well. In this case, it doesn't make sense for me to read this book. So let's say we're going to do, let's pick this girl here to talk about the yoga here, or maybe this one, doesn't really matter. Then on the right side here, you need to choose your voice and how it will look like when the character is reading your story or your book. So here you can change the colors of the reading here. So let's say you want to make this pink or blue, whatever you prefer. You can change that in here, all of these different colors. So I'm going to make this Let's say we want to make this a little bit more female, a little bit more purple here, like this. And then you can also do the text background if you'd like to change that. You can do that as well. And then you leave it like this. Only thing that you need to do is choose your voice. So there are different voices here that you can choose from. Some sound robotic, others sound better. Personally, I like this one, for example, area here. So listen to this one.
Welcome to the future of storytelling, where books speak, play,
and male voice, for example, Andrew.
Welcome to the future of storytelling, where books speak.
So I like those two voices, but the first one, I think David.
Welcome to the future of storytelling.
You see, this is a robotic voice. So there are good voices in here. Let's say Brian here.
Welcome to the future of storytelling, where books speak.
So this also sounds good. And he's multilingual as well. So you can use him for all the languages, all available languages. In this case, let's just go with area here. Let's choose this voice and I'm going to click on publish. And now my book is ready. You can see it right here. And you can do different things. So you have your book URL where you can visit your book. You also have your embed book. So that means that you can embed this book on your website as a flip book that will be a talking book. Where there's a narrator talking your book. I'm going to show you the example as well. You can publish this book here. So you can say it's public. You can also say password protected if you want to protect your ebooks. And you have a QR code that you can scan as well, so you can use that. In this case, let's just read the book so that you can see what we've created. All right, there you go. It opens the ebook for us. And as you can see here, we have the talking character, we have our ebook here, and we can open it two ways. We can drag our mouse like we open a normal book as well. As you can see, I can just do this left, right. Or when I go back here, I can use the arrows here on the page. When I click this arrow, it opens the ebook for me. We have the table of contents. And if you look at this area here, you can see a speaker. So when I click on this, the avatar will start talking. When I click on this, it takes some time to load. I need you to be aware of this. That is not immediate. It takes a few seconds.
As the sun rose on a new day, Sarah felt a sense of excitement and anticipation building inside her. After years of hearing about the benefits of yoga, she had finally decided to embark on her own journey towards wellness and self-discovery. With a yoga mat.
As you can see, the character is not really in sync with the reading. I need you to be aware of that as well. I'm not really impressed by the talking character, honestly, because it's just moving a mouth and not really lip syncing with what it's saying. The voiceover is good. As you can see, we can play it.
Tucked under her arm and a heart full of determination.
You can see the text going.
She stepped into the welcoming studio filled with soft lighting and calming music.
So that's all okay. The voice okay, and you can play the voice, etc. But it takes some time to load, and the avatar is not really lip synced. So we can go to the next page, and again, when you press this button, it takes some time to load the voiceover for you. And this takes a few seconds.
As you begin your yoga journey, it's important to find your flow. This means...
There you go. So we can scroll through the page. You can see the images that I've added to the page. Here is the whole ebook. Next page here. And again, here also the image is a little bit missing at the bottom. So you need to, add an extra page in order to make this visible. So you need to take this text, for example, with the image on the next page. Next one here, and then this is the back cover of our ebook, and that is our ebook. So when we go back here to our dashboard, you can see the talking books in here. These are the books that you have created. If it is a flip book, you can download it as well, and that's the next thing. So when you go to create talking book here, you can create a talking book like we just did, or you can create a flip book. So when I do a flip book, it asks me to drag a file in here. So basically what you're going to do here, let's say I have this PDF, and let me make this a little bit smaller. This is a long PDF, as you can see here, with all these pages in here. So this is a PDF that you normally scroll through on your computer, etc. What you can do here is you can select this PDF, and you can say create flipbook, And now it will create a flipbook from your existing PDF. And there you go. You got exactly the same thing. You can embed this on your website. You can share this book URL, or you can read this book. So when we open this book, it will be available on this page here. And because it's 200 pages, it needs a little time to load. But you can see here, 212. Now you cannot see it. Right now you can see it, it's 212 pages as you can see. But you can scroll through it. So I can zoom in on my ebook here. I can move this like this. So I'm zooming in with my mouse and I can scroll through this ebook. So I can see every part of the page. And if I want to zoom in, I simply zoom in like this and I can go through the book. Then finally, the final thing here, when you go to Talking Book, create a talking book, is you can also have a photo bookmaker. And this is based on images. So let's say I have the images that we just downloaded here. So let's show a few of those yoga images. Let's say this is a library of images, or maybe something that you created yourself and you are proud to show to others. You can upload it in here. And once it's uploaded, it's going to create a book, a photo book for you. And keep in mind, they say there is a preferred size for photo book image upload, which is 735 by 1040. And there you go. Here is the book. I can read the book here. And this will be a photo flip book, as you can see. Now, I do not like how it's cropped, and that's why they say you need to have a preferred image size, because right now if the image is not the correct size, it will compress the images, as you can see here. So this is how it looks like, and that's the final page. I also had to delete one image because it was 5 megabytes, so you cannot upload 2 big images, but this is basically how you can create a book like this. Now, like I said, you can also embed this on your website. You can copy this code, and let's say you have a page builder. So take this one, for example, is where you can also add this as an HTML part. So in this case, I'm just going to use an HTML block in my page here. And I can paste the code in my page here as an iframe, and I can publish this page. And when you visit your page, it will be as an ebook on your page like this. So this is the Flipbook, as you can see here, and the bar needs to be lower here. So this looks better here. This is how you embed the books on your website as well. Personally, I don't like to have this logo at the bottom, but that is included. And I think it's one of the upgrades that solves this issue. We're going to take a look at that a little later. Going back to our account here. So we've created those 3 books, like when I click on book, talking book, flipbook, or a photo bookmaker. You can also go to another workspace here at the right top. When I click on this Tim here, you can see that I also have a BW Wonder account, and I can also add another workspace here. Let's say this is a test workspace, and I'm going to click create workspace in here. I'm going to say test 123 and address blah 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 and country USA. When I create this workspace, all the ebooks in this workspace will be pointed towards this workspace. And as you can see here, this workspace has 0 books, so I can start all from scratch. Now the front end comes with 20 books per workspace, and you can create 5 of these workspaces. I want to switch back to Tim here. You can see now we have the books that we have created inside of this workspace. Now about the pricing, you can purchase talking books for a personalized for $19 and the commercial license for $27, and you get all what's included here. Again, there's a link in the description of this video so you can check it out yourself. And you get 5 workspaces, and 20 books can be created in each workspace. So you get 100 books that you can create for $27 or $90 if you take the personal version. If you like to get unlimited books, you can take the unlimited version of $57, where you can create unlimited books. You get a lot of unlimited things in here, as you can see. Just read it on the dock. And if you don't like to have the unlimited for $57, you can also grab the $37, where you can create 100 talking books in each workspace. So that means that you can create 5 different workspaces, 100 talking books in each workspace, so you can create 500 ebooks, which is a lot in my opinion. Then you also have the talking books done for you, so you get everything done for you. You also have the enterprise version, which means you can run ads and campaigns. Now this is something that I haven't showed you yet. You can also monetize books. That means when you click on create monetize books, and this is one of the upgrades. So let's say monetize. you can choose from one of these templates. Now, these can all be monetized. So this means that you can build your list. Let me preview this. So this adds a pop-up form on your ebook. When you share this ebook, they first need to fill out their name and email in order to be able to read your ebook. Same thing here. This is an ebook reading, and you can also have templates where you can click a button. So this is not a lead form, but you can add a button here before they can read your book. They need to click that button. So let's say you want to do an opt-in form. You simply go to one of these templates in here and you pick one. So let's say we want to use this one. Now you can modify everything on this. So you can type whatever you like to do here. You can change this image if you like to change this image. You can enable or disable things in here in the design. So if you want to hide the logo or if you want to hide the text, you can change that in here. And in the settings, you can also choose your autoresponder that you first need to connect, and then your list in here so that these contacts will be added to your list. So when I click on save and next, it says I need to have a responder. So in this case, it's not going to work. So I'm going to choose another one with a link. So let's say we're going to do 20% off. We're going to take this one, and then we can add a link in here, which says https://123.com. And now we can save this one so that this book will be used. Now here I need to choose the book that I want to use. So let's say we want to use this yoga. I'm going to select this book and page number on which page you would like to have this pop-up appear. So in this case, I'm going to keep it at page 1, and here you can bounce it as well, or maybe you want to do page 3. Then you can publish and activate this. And now when you have your book, when you open this book, click on read here, you can see it's opening my ebook here. I can go to the next page, and on the next page, boom, there it goes. So first I need to click this image in here, which is a website that does not exist, of course, but then I can read the rest of this ebook. Now, this can also be done with filling out your email address. First fill out your email address, and then you can read the rest of this ebook. And that is the monetization part of Talking Books. And then also you have Talking Books Agency, which allows you to serve hundreds to unlimited clients and add hundreds and unlimited team members. I'm not sure what 100/unlimited means. You need to check that out on the sales page. Oh, that's it. 47 for 100 and 97 for unlimited clients. Yeah, if you want to serve this to your clients as well. And that is the whole funnel. That's basically what Talking Books is all about. As you can see, there are some slight bugs into the software, like not presenting the lip syncing very well, a little bit of load time in the Talking Books, and also the images that are not always visible on the page, that you need to create an extra page. Now, if you don't mind that and you want to work around that, if you want to use the software like that, go check it out. I make sure that there's also a purchase button inside of the doc that you're seeing right here with the pricing information. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. For now, thank you so much for watching. Please hit a thumbs up if this video was useful to you. It helps me to grow my channel. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't done yet. I do a lot of product reviews similar to this one. And if you hit that notification bell, you get notified each time I upload a new video. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Cheers.